Hi, hello everyone, welcome back. So this is Different Strokes 2. I did also promise in my previous video I'd have a look at the Moeller technique. So this is going to be devoted to that. I asked myself a question when I first heard about this technique. Do we use it in pipe bands? And I think the answer to that is we almost certainly do without even realizing it. So you don't have to learn it, but if you do, it's just another thing, not a thing. It's a tool, another tool that you're gifting yourself. You're giving yourself this extra ability, and that ability will find its way into your drumming, and really, really worthwhile thing to learn, I think. So anyway, so I was watching a lot of really top drummers, and I was noticing the arm movement that they use, especially in things like this. Okay, I was watching that and thinking to myself, that's Moeller technique. So I think what happens is a lot of pipe band drummers, especially drummers who are have been playing for a while and have got better techniques, end up using it subconsciously. So now what we're going to do is learn it consciously. You might find it's something that you're already doing anyway, or you might find that it's something that you're not too happy doing yet, and are we going to get happy doing it? And then once we've done that, we just forget about it, and it will come through naturally. Yeah, I've explained that before. Trust in your own ability subconsciously. That's what you got to do. So here's Moeller. There are a lot of other good videos out there, by the way. This is probably pretty crappy in comparison. So check out, if you want other videos on Moeller, I'll put the names on the screen. Jim Chapin, very good videos. Check out Dave Weckl, he's got a very good explanation of Moeller technique. You can check out Don Famularo. There are probably some others out there as well, but I'd really recommend those three guys. Oh yes, and a guy called Gordy Knutzer, I think his name is. I'll put the name there as well. So go on YouTube and Google him, whatever. Check those videos out. So this is just my take on it. It's what I kind of did to get myself into it. Let's look at the basic action. Moeller was watching these sort of field drummers go out there and out in the open with no mics, no sort of rooms and concrete and things like that to project their sound, out in the field getting this massive sound out of their drums. And he realized that the reason that they were getting that big sound was because of this whipping motion they were using. And then he developed it for himself and refined it, and it's been passed along since then. What I can liken it to is if you learn to throw a ball, you would typically pick up the ball, and I don't know why, but we instinctively want to throw it over our shoulder. So we pull the ball back and we throw it like that. We're kind of pushing the ball. So we get to our cricket or baseball practice, whatever. We pick up the ball and we want to throw it into the wicket keeper's gloves, and and the ball just kind of like hops in front of us, and coach shouts at us, and you can't throw a ball, mate. And then you look at other people and think, oh, but they're doing it differently. What they're doing is they're picking up the ball and they're throwing it with a sidearm action. And that way you get to use your shoulder, upper arm, forearm, wrist in one motion, and you slingshotting that ball in. So it's not about a sort of a gross physical exertion, this pushing. You're not at a gym pushing weights. You're imparting kinetic energy, speed of motion to the ball. So all those things combined give you fast action, and the ball travels further. So we're doing the same thing with our drumstick. We are not using gross muscle strength to force a big sound out of our drum. We're using the speed of the tip of the stick. So that whipping motion, fast tip speed. Fast tip speed, big sound. And additionally, we're going to use that big action to produce multiple rebound strokes, which I'll try and demonstrate to you. So what I would recommend is to start off, just learn the basic action, the basic whipping action. So start with your right hand, and imagine you've got in this position, this starting playing position, there's like a magnetic field that's holding your stick tip in that position. Now when you lift your arm, you're going to imagine you being lifted by your wrist. So this joint is going to come up as if you're being pulled up by a string, and you're going to leave the tip of your stick behind till the last moment. So that's the lifting, and then when you get there, you're going to whip in that note. The whip is like if you got like, imagine you've got like bird crap on your fingers, and you want to try and shake it off. You want to get rid of it. So you lift up and you want to get rid of that crap. You shake it off and you whip it in. Or a bit like maybe like fly fishing. That whipping action, or cracking whip, for that matter. I suppose that's why it's called a whip. Hello. Okay, so try and just think about the basic motion. Just give yourself that winding motion and whip it in. Wind up and whip it in. Just practice that motion over and over again. And then do it some more. And then when you think you've got it, do it some more. And then do it some more. You got the idea. Interesting point, especially solely with the right hand. If you watch the Jim Chapin video, he talks about how he was taught to do Moeller in this exaggerated, slowed down puppet motion, the big puppet lift and the whipping action. And he was told that you never want to show the person in front of you the inside of your hand. Because if you do that, you're just saying bye-bye. Okay, I don't want to see you. Get out of here. You don't know how to do this. So what you want to do, you don't have as much strength with that motion. We're talking about that wrist pronation again, as you do with a more sidearm motion like this. He calls it like a karate chop motion. So that way, you're not showing the inside of your hand as you would do like that. So we don't want to be caught up in this cramped up position practicing the whip like that. Give yourself some room and come in more from the side. This also brings up another very interesting point. You'll see a lot of drummers when they bring in that accented stroke, it doesn't come from the perpendicular. It doesn't come straight down. It comes in a little bit from the side, as if we're playing, hang on, this way, which you might think is a bad technique. Now, I don't think it's something we should strive to do, but if it ends up happening that we're coming in slightly at an angle, it's actually just a confirmation that you're using the correct wrist motion and that you're not doing this. Once again, weak, cramped up, okay? If you cramped up in your physical execution, your music's going to sound cramped up as well. It really does work like that. So that's just a confirmation. And another interesting point is that it brings us back to why we play like this. Why did we adopt this traditional grip? And why do we keep on playing like this. It seems to make no sense. It's like, why don't we just switch to playing match grip? And there's arguments for and against. But think about it this way. If you're using a really strong technique, you're coming in at a bit of an angle. So now if you played match grip, you'd be coming in like that. So what you'll see a lot of drummers do is they don't play with a flat drum. They tilt it. So now what have we got here? It's a perfect, now the perpendicular is more out like that. Okay, it's not going to be tilted as much as that because then your left stick's going to be trying to climb over the drum. But a lot of people think it's because of the left stick. The left stick is actually quite forgiving. You can play your left stick there, you can tilt it, you can even play your left stick over there. What the tilting does do for your left stick is, once again, it shifts the perpendicular from there to there. I'm going to do this one. So now in order to get 90-degree lift, we don't have to lift as far. So this traditional grip actually makes more sense than you might think. And it just looks right. You just look like, maybe I'm just a purist, but it looks right. And when you're doing backsticking, you've got I mean, not that that's what we should be concerned about, but it's kind of funky from that point of view. Okay, so I'm talking rubbish again. Sorry. So we're just practicing the motion, the lift, leaving the tip behind, leading with the wrist, whipping it in. Okay, so once you've got that going, you move on. Now the upstroke is always accompanied by a note that you get for free. So in the process of moving up now, we're going to play a note. And we're going to whip in the second one. Left hand, upstroke, downstroke, upstroke, downstroke, upstroke, downstroke. He agrees, right? Sorry, he's just came to say hello. So the best way to practice it is to actually do it in that order. Go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And I would recommend doing a series of them on one hand, followed by the other hand. So I would do something like this: up, down, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, up, down, and whip it in, and lift, and whip, and so on. Get yourself familiar with that. The Moeller technique really comes into its own when you're doing 3 groups of 3s. So what happens then is you've got a tap, which is normally a rebound. Then you tap the second note and you close. And as part of that second note, that's the one you're getting for free on the upstroke. Okay, so it's tap, upstroke, whip. Tap, upstroke, whip. And practice it like that too. It's easier to practice it that way than to go downstroke, because you've got to start in this weird, like, praying mantis position. Yeah, right. So start from the rebound tap. Tap, up, whip. 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 Get the idea? That's where the Moeller technique really comes into its own, is in those 3s. And you do it on one hand. It essentially is a one-handed technique. You're never going to. You can do that, but where it really helps you the most is on one hand. So you can see how the slow motion muscle programming that you're doing, as you speed up, becomes a much smaller action. Okay, well, that needs a bit of work on that one. And then it can be used, very helpful to do it in fours. Once you've done four, anything more than that, it's kind of just a longer version of the four. But the four, you would just be doing rebound, rebound, tap, down. And once again, practice it in that order. So go tap, tap, up, whip, tap, tap, up, whip, tap, tap, up, whip, tap, tap, up, whip, tap, tap, up, whip. Or the other way around, if you want to, down, up, 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 down. Okay, so a good exercise would be to build it up incrementally. So do something along these lines. Let's keep it on one hand, four on a hand. So we're just going to do the basic whipping motion. Say these are crotchets, quarter notes, and just whip, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to go into eighth notes. So down, up, 2, up, 3, up, 4, up. Then we're going to go into triplets. 1, 2, up, 2, 2, up, 3, 2, up, 4, 2, up, and then go into semiquavers. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and up, 4 E and up, 1 E and up, 2 E and up, E and up, and do it from hand to hand, of course. So that I'll do a sequence now. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, right hand. Sorry, no, I'll do one right, one left, 2 right, 2 left, etc. Like so. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2, 3 E and 4, and I can do fives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can do double triplet or sixes. Double triplet. Oh, that's a tough one. Sure. Okay, don't do what I'm doing. Work with the metronome and try and keep your original tempo the same. So as you build up the number of bounces. So you'll see, let's just use that last one as an example. I'm whipping down and I'm getting all that rebound energy, and then towards the end of the set of 6, I'm starting to lift up in preparation for the downwards motion again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you kind of sneaking in Moeller, as opposed to it being on one definitive note. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're bringing it in a little bit, so bit by bit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, something like that. I'm not 100% sure that's what I'm doing. But figure it out, play around with it. Even if you just get the basic motion going. Again, it's all about that muscle programming, that subconscious programming that we do. And once again, try it, practice it. If it doesn't work for you, throw it away. But it might end up working for you. No. So don't throw it away. Do it. It's fun. Bye.